What did you first think of when you thought about a DJ? I'll tell you, my first idea or picture of a DJ is a big stage with 100,000 or 40,000 people watching, with that person having that one moment on the stage, everyone's listening, and that is what a DJ does. That's what I thought of maybe 6 years ago. I was a kid who was just learning about EDM music on the cusp of coming into middle school, and I loved everything about the flashing lights, the imagery, and the music. And I saw the people behind the music were the DJs, usually being one person or a group of people. This inspired me later in life to say maybe I could be a DJ. And now I am a DJ. And I'll tell you that my interpretation of what a DJ was from then to now is completely different. My name is Marquand Harper. I'm a DJ, producer, entrepreneur, and I'm really just a jack of all trades. I do a lot of different things, but one of the things I've taken up the past couple of years, actually around been 4 years now, has been DJing, and DJing as a business that has been successful and profitable. Now, it definitely took a while for me to realize the real differences between a main stage DJ at an EDM festival and the DJ model I use. And I think that's something that in my online community on Discord, you guys should join, by the way, MH Zone. It's a community of a lot of people that do creative things. So people that DJ, produce music, they do content curation, etc. We've been talking a lot about what is a DJ and what does that really mean. And one of the conversations kind of led to me making this video. So I want to break down how to have a successful business model as a DJ, what it takes to do that, and how you can do that for yourself. And I'm not gonna, full disclaimer, by watching this video, I am not saying that you will be successful. I am not saying you will make money. I'm not promoting success. Yeah, I'm just trying to break down the different ways that you could be profitable or even make money or even just start DJing out in public with other people at events. Pretty much is just kind of like a guide of beginning to where you want to be. Now you might be saying, all right, Marquand, what could you do for me? You've only been doing this for about 4 years. But I've had tremendous success. I've DJed for some of the largest organizations here in the state. I do community organization, some of them being the Science Museum in Minnesota, other community-led feeders, community events. I've been doing it all, and I've been DJing online on local low-power FM radio stations, and I have an online audience where I do DJ sets outside of that as well. So I've been doing pretty well, and I've had a lot of success, and I've been able to fortunately make money and actually save up money based off of me just doing DJ gigs. So I love that. But I'm talking less about me and more about you and where you can be with DJing. So there's a couple things that we're gonna break down in this video, and then in the next video, I have friends that are producers, real EDM producers that have Billboard charting tracks. I have friends that are DJing at professional sport games. I have people that are teaching people how to DJ, etc. I have a large network of other DJs. And we're going to get on the next episode and we're going to talk about how they DJ and how they got started and how they've seen success from their careers. So it won't just be me talking about this. This is going to be kind of like a masterclass series. And if you are going to want to see that second video, I would love it if you would show some support. Drop a like on this video. Give me a comment. Give me something so I know this is something that people love and want to hear more of. So less of me talking. Let's get into the actual meat and bones of our conversation that we're going to be having today. First off, let's talk about this. What does a DJ mean to you? I told you all what it meant for me when I was just starting about 6 years ago. I was informally DJing for about a year or two, and I got into DJing as a business after that. What does a DJ mean to you? I would just pause the video. Simply write down what that means to you. You could do write down the word DJ in the middle of a circle, and then around the circle, you could write down all the ideas that come to mind when you think about a DJ. Just take some time to actually think and break down simply, like, what does a DJ mean to you? What does a DJ do? What was a DJ need to be accountable for? What does DJ mean to you? once you do that, take a look at what you said. And then I'm going to talk about the type of DJs that I am frequently seeing in the scene, where people are DJing as a business and what vote. So there are a lot of different types of DJs. There's a lot of different type of models to doing it, but DJ actually just simply means disc jockey. That's a term coined mainly from the house era. That means a person who was manipulating the disc, because DJs weren't always using digital. Like behind me, there's a digital DJ controller. It wasn't always like that. It was actually vinyl, and it was discs and vinyls that people were flipping and manipulating when they were DJing. So that's what DJ means. That's what disc jockey means. I'll also say that there are a lot of different types of DJs I think about when I think of the actual field of DJing commercially. I'm going to bring up my phone because I have it on here because I don't want to mess up. So for one, you have like club DJs. These are DJs that predominantly play in club environments. A lot of them are booked by the club or residents of the club. Resident meaning that the club pays them to be there to DJ for them on certain nights or certain days. And that's a lot of the type of DJing that you'll see sometimes producers that are got some good names for themselves, like Tiesto. Although he does a lot of festivals, he does clubs and residencies. Zed does residencies at clubs, etc. That's kind of one way to think about it. You could also actually localize that to just simply being a person who DJs in a club. It's that simple. I know people that have DJed at clubs, nightclubs, and other types of forms of clubs. People that just simply play there. That's a club DJ, or can be considered that. Next, I'm going to talk about being a mobile DJ. That's what I do. I'm a mobile DJ. I have the equipment. I bring the equipment to the place that I'm going to be DJing at. I set up the equipment. I play and I DJ and I play music. I take down equipment. I leave and I get paid. Mobile DJing is the model that I've used, and I think it's the most successful model when you talk about building a network. The great thing about mobile DJing, and I can speak on this because I am someone who's done it for a while, is that usually when you go to a gig and you're doing something, you'll meet someone at that gig that will become part of your network and might get you to do something for them. That's the great thing about being mobile and having your own equipment, because you get to meet a lot of people and you have flexibility on your own time. I also suggest that if you are underneath the age of 18 in the United States, and you're not really in a place where you're DJing at places that are usually 18 plus, mobile DJing can get you in the scene because you can have flexibility and you can have more control around certain things, and you can make your own spaces. So that's the great thing about mobile DJing as well for people that are underage. We have radio DJing. I'm actually a radio DJ. I've been radio DJing for almost a year now, and I love it. It's a different type of DJing because it's really more, how do I put it? It's kind of like an office job, but you're DJing. That's kind of like, I'm doing a lot more looking at songs, looking over them. I'm making pre-recorded sets, and I'm doing a lot of composition and still with live mixing and all the things you would do normal DJing, but it's a lot more behind the desk, behind the scenes kind of work. Also, I don't really get songs sent to me to play when I'm just DJing normally. However, with being radio DJing, producers might send me their tracks early and connect with me, and it's another way of networking. So there's networking within all the types of DJing, but there's a special type of networking with the radio, because you have a platform usually, either a radio station or online station that you're doing something on. And that platform can be a means for you to grow yourself as a person and your brand and your DJing that you're going to be doing. Last but not least, this is like a type of DJing. It's called like turntablism. This isn't really going to be something that we talk about when we talk about the business forms. But turntablism is really just scratching and another way of manipulating that is not just the typical EDM club format, quick mix format. It's a lot of scratching on the decks and other, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's another form of the art form. I actually know someone who's a really good turntablist, and seeing them work in person is just really crazy. So you can be a turntablist and be a club DJ, and you can be a turntablist and be a radio DJ, and you can be a turntablist and be a mobile DJ, etc. That's just a different type of art form that we're gonna coin. So far we've talked about the 4 types of DJing that I've kind of brought up, and now I want to talk more about you and where you see yourself fitting in. So wherever you see yourself fitting in as a DJ, the number one thing I recommend before you do anything is do your research. Do outside research, search up the local things in your area where you could DJ, giving the type of DJing that you think is going to work best for you. Think about your network and who you know already, who are people that can help you out, who are people that might need a DJ, and really think about holistically how you can see yourself doing that in the future. I think that the part where I've seen a lot of people kind of get off is we'll get so lost in like the idea of making money to where they'll be like, oh, I can make this much money doing this and this and that, and you're not going to think about the grassroots, how to you do it successfully and do it for a long time and be successful, which is actually really key and really pivotal with anything you do, especially if it's going to be a business. So, for example, when I see myself mobile DJing, I got to start off, my first gig was actually because of someone I knew. That knew that I was a DJ and I was someone who knew how to DJ, and they gave me the opportunity to go DJ at the Science Museum in Minnesota. And that opened up a network to where now I am a contractor with the Science Museum in Minnesota. Frequently, I get frequently asked to come do stuff with them. And because of that, it's opened up a lot of other networks for me. So it's not really about what you know, it's about who you know. But first, you have to know who you are going to be with your type of DJing. At that time, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I knew how to get the equipment. I knew where to rent the equipment from when I needed to rent it. I knew that I had the means to get to the Science Museum, set it up. I knew how to hook up XLR cables. I knew how to mix. I knew how to get licensed music to use by using a DJ pool. I knew all those things, but I do those because I researched. So don't go into something nose deep or nose dive into it and not have any idea of where we're going to go. And that's what I'm going to be trying to point you in the right directions to today. There's going to be a lot of resources that you can use with DJing, and as this series progresses, I would love to share my resources. So if you're interested in like me making actual documentary resources about things when it comes to DJing, just give me a like, give me a comment, let me know. But I'm going to move on to the next part of my kind of where I'm going to go with this. So we talked about types of DJing we are. We talked about how you're going to see yourself being a DJ. Now let's move on to the next part. Let's talk about you and your business model. When I talk about business model, pretty much I'm meaning is how are you going to upkeep this to where you're not going to be losing money. Now, I'm guiding this tutorial in the hopes that you know how to DJ already. And you have practiced, you know your style, you know what type of DJing you're going to be doing. Either if that's, oh, I'm going to be going to bars and clubs and I'm going to be playing there and we're going to provide me the speakers and I'm just going to hook up and play. Or it's, oh, I'm going to play someone's wedding and I'm going to do it like that. Or it's going to be, I want to do it on the radio, I want to do it online. There's always different types of ways that you can DJ and make money doing that, but money should not be at mine. Like the disclaimer I said earlier, I'm not going to say anything in this video and say that if you do these steps, you will be successful, because that's not true. But I will say that if you get lost in that sauce, it's not going to be pretty. I really suggest don't getting too hung up about the money or getting hung up about making money when you do it, because there's a love in it for it also. I DJ because I love it. Simple to put it. That's the main reason why I do it. So I would suggest that if you love it, don't kill your love for something because you want to just simply make a lot of money. That's not smart. So I talk about myself. When I am having clients that want me to book them for DJing, I work with them. I don't have a set price for my services. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, I charge this an hour all the time. I charge this an hour all the time. I charge this for a full day. I never do that with DJing. I meet people where they are. I say, what's your budget? Where are you working with? How can I help you? But more than anything, I take in what they're going to need from me as why I'm going to be pricing things in certain ways. So do you need lighting? Do you need me to provide this? Where is it located? How far is that from where I live or where I'm sourcing my stuff from? There's a lot of specifications that you need to know when it comes to making your price. But before you even make a price, you need a client. I would suggest having some type of way to solidify you as a person, whether that be a business card or a website. I would start small and expand more over time. So in that way, when you expand over time, when you are getting a lot of clients and people hitting you up, you know that you have your brand solidified so you can focus on just coming up with the prices for them and solidifying that, and then going and doing the DJing, doing that piece, and then coming back and doing your next gig. That's probably a lot to intake. I know it is because it took me 2 to 3 years to figure it out. I still don't think I have it fully figured out, but I think that the way I do it works for me. So I really hope that you take the time and you really think about how in your field or where you are in your geographic area can you make a break in it. Don't be afraid to call places and ask them if they need services. Don't be afraid to search up things and be like, I want a DJ there, and ask them to do that. But there's a strategic way to do that. You need to have your P's and Q's covered. You need to be brandable. You need to be professional, and you need to know what you're doing. And you need to be, first off, a decent DJ. If you don't know how to do that well, then you can't go out and market yourself, because then you won't be reputable because you're not providing reputable services. So know how to DJ. That's number one. Break the ice and contact people to see if there's needs for your services. Go into your network and see within your network if people need your services, where there's ways for people to help you with getting your services out there. Figure out how to price and manage the prices of your DJing based off of the needs of each client. Go do the gigs, provide quality service, and bring something to the events to where people are going to see it as a value. Okay? Money is value. So in order to make the money, you need to be seen as valuable, and repeat that cycle consistently with everything you're doing, and you will be successful. But you have to get that first break into it. Because once you do it once, you can do it again. But usually the thing that I've heard from a lot of people is I just can't get out there. But once I get out there, people love it. You're going to make mistakes. Your first gig is not going to be perfect. Mine was nothing but perfect. Anything but perfect. But once you do it once, you can do it again, and it will be huge because you can keep expanding, and over time, you could really make a business model out of this. It's really entrepreneurship at its finest. And that's what I truly believe anyone can do if they put their mind to and have the patience to sit through the process and do that. So yeah, that's really, I think, for me, that's what works. And I think that can be applied to you. But please let me know if you guys want me to make another video about this. And I will be talking to Billboard charting artists that are DJs, producers that are DJs, DJs that are done stuff for sports arenas and stadiums, and then DJs that teach other people how to DJ, etc. If you want me to make that video with other people, please let me know, because I can do that. I just want to make sure that you all want that and there's more out there. And if you want to have a conversation with me or my community in Discord, we talk a lot about DJing and music, you are more than welcome to join in the description, and then the link will be in the description as well. We've already talked about these things. What does DJing look like for you? What types of DJing there are? Your business model and converting connections to clients, all within that. Now, it's time for you to go and do the work. I know, it was pretty quick. It's not a lot to it. But if you think that this can be helpful for you or someone else, please feel free to share this video, like it, drop a comment, let's start a discussion. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you all have. But my name was Mark Harper. I'm so happy you all were able to sit down with me today and we're able to have this conversation about what DJing really is. So, enough of me talking. I can't wait to make another video, hopefully, and talk to some of my pals because they have a lot to say about DJing. And I hope you have success with your DJing career. So, nonetheless, thank you all for watching this. I will see you all, hopefully, in this next video. And if you want to check out some of the DJing I do, check out my radio show, MH in the Mix. It will be in this end card. I'll be playing very soon, probably, if not it's playing already. Go check out some of the music I make, and don't forget to join my Discord and my online community to where we talk and converse about everything DJing and everything music. Hope you all have a great rest of your day or night. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.